God said of thy people was accepted. Thy is possessive, right? Us. We are the people. Read.
Both the salvation of the righteous.
We, the one that keep the commandments are the righteous.
And destruction of the enemy.
And the death of our enemies. What side do you want to be on? So right now he's going to captivity with you, right? Because how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? 56. So you've seen a lot of different things through society, right? Has anything changed? No, right? But the thing that does change is what they always try to erase this, right? Because this happened, right? Read.
Again, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The word Egypt means slavery. He said we shall bring us into slavery again with what?
Into Egypt again with ships.
It says, the Bible said God will send the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans into Egypt or slavery again with ships. Did this happen to everybody? Not slavery. I'm talking about chattel slavery. When they take you from one place right here and then move you over here, they switch you out with these other people. That only happened to us. Why? Why did that happen? Because we black? No, but I can see where your answer came from. Get 15. You probably read it earlier. Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if we don't listen to God, what's going to happen?
To observe, to do all his commandments, and his...
To do some of them or all of them? They say some or they say all? Read it again.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
We have to do all the commandments. Because when you break them, everything has a consequence, right? You got kids. If your kids don't listen to you, what happens? They get punished, right? Some type of reprimand, some type of punishment must happen to them, right? You may not be there, you might take something away from them, they might be in timeout, they can't go out, whatever it may be, right? There's always a consequence for our actions. So God said, if you don't want to listen to the man that created the universe, the only reasonable thing I can do to you is what?
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
God said, if you don't listen to my commandments and you want to be rebellious against me, the only reasonable thing for me to do is to curse you. A curse could be anything, right? A curse could be somebody dies, somebody gets sick. Slavery is a curse. Read verse 46. Because slavery is a curse. Why? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46. And verse 45. Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Because we didn't want to serve God with joyfulness and gladness of heart. It's the only reasonable thing for him to do to us, right? If your kids don't want to listen to your rules inside your house, what do you do when they get old enough? They gotta go. They can't just do whatever they want. They be like, hey mom, but I'm my own person. No. I said these are rules, you follow the rules, or get out, right? Read.
For the abundance of all things.
God gave us the abundance of all things at one point. And you know what we said? We said, you know what? Yeah, we ruling. Yeah, we get everything we need. Yeah, God provided for us. But these other nations, I like what they got. We got a king, y'all. Listen, I want to have a king. We don't need a king, though. But I want one. Yeah, that's a good idea. God said, hey, don't eat shrimp, crab, pork, lobster, all these things. We said, you know what? The man that created the universe said, don't do this. We said, but those other people look like they're having fun. I want to do what they did. Oh, they celebrating birthdays? Man, I want to celebrate my birthday. But God said we shouldn't do that. But look how fun it is. But we have everything. But look how fun it is. You see how dumb that sound? But God said what?
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
Of everything. You like working? You can't work? Nobody like working. You like the conditions that our people are in? Do you think the life that our people live on a day to day is normal, or should it be normal? But a lot of times, what? You said you are 56, right? If nothing has changed since then, that's an issue, right?
Yeah.
That means there's something that's working against us that we have to change to fix our situation, right? We keep doing the same thing because what they might say, well, the church, go to church. Churches are built by these people. Where is it at? The church built by them. Look at all these religions right here. It says Baptist. Where is it? That's the Catholics, Baptists, Mormons, Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witness, Pentecostal. What do you notice about all these people? They're white. Huh, that's interesting. What do you know about, it says 1608, 1830, 1863, 1872, 1901. What were we doing? Slavery for most of it, all of this, right? So if the religion that the world teaches came literally from slave masters and racist people, why would their doctrine be right? Because when slavery happened, John 3:16 still existed, didn't it? The Bible was around. Nobody said, hey, stop doing slavery. Why? Because John 3 verse 16, y'all. You never heard nobody ever say that ever in your life. Nobody ever stopped the racism and all that stuff from happening, and nobody ever said, man, John 3:16. Because all the racism and all the lynching and all the killing and all the murder happened from what? Christians. Because what? These people made it. So likewise, so wouldn't the people that followed be just like them? They had to trick us and fool us to follow this. Because during this time, some of us still knew we was Israel. But then the cowards that was like, you know what? I don't want to die. I'll just follow white Jesus. I'll follow whatever you give me. I'll let you live. They let them live. If you a coward and you raise kids, what your kids gonna be? Cowards. If you gonna follow and listen to every which a thing and be stupid, when you have kids, what your kids gonna be? Stupid, right? But God said all these things are gonna happen to you because you didn't want to follow Him. We had our own religion. We had our own God. But because we like what they had, the God, the monkey God and the elephant God and the rabbit and the trees and the dang fish, all that stuff, we say, you know what? That sounds way better than what we got. And our God's real. Read.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Because we refuse to listen to God and serve Him, they provided everything for us. Welfare, these family daughters, all these things you see, they provided. Because that may be a Mexican restaurant, but who owned that? Who owned this whole complex? A white man. The ownership of small things don't mean that we made it. You understand? Because you got Sean John, you got Fubu, all these things for you, by you, but all the stuff that we need to make it, we don't own none of that. The clothes on your back, you don't own none of that. They make it for yourself, unless you just code with someone like that. You know what I'm saying? If you want food, you go to the grocery store. You can't even collect rainwater. It's illegal in some places. Why would that be? Read again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
If you want anything, name it. If you want something, you can't get it on your own. We don't have the power. We don't have enough power within ourselves to get whatever we want. We always gotta go through somebody to get it, right? If you want to die, you need a death certificate. You just can't die. When you're born, you get a birth certificate, Social Security. If you're thirsty, what you gotta do? Go to the store. You hungry? We gotta go to the store. If you start farming in certain places, they be like, "What you doing?" "I'm trying to raise my own food." No, can't do that here. You gotta go somewhere else. I gotta go buy my own land. You have to buy your own land. Well, that's good. Yeah. But where's the land? It's all the way 3 hours out because we don't want no niggas around. So you can have your land out there. You have to do things like that, though. And then the seeds that they make are even the real seeds. What? GMO. Bill Gates going over to Africa because Africa is raising that, doing their own crops, right? They got real seeds, making the seeds. I mean, not making seeds, but making the planting the crops and the vegetables and everything, right? Bill Gates is going over there and trying to get them from using real seeds and use fake seeds that he gonna provide for them. What kind of sense that make? Wanna know why? Cause he's a eugenics mastermind. He wanna kill black people. If you ever get time to look at the eugenics tree, all those GMOs, all those things are there to poison us. That's why we get sick. Read it again. The one of all, what you got? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
Are we destroyed? Not physically, but are we destroyed? We may not be physically destroyed, but are we destroyed mentally? Yeah, our people bugged out. But then guess what? All these things we get are coming from our enemies. You want religion? Get them. Coming from them. You want food? Get it from them. You want medicine? Get it from them. They give you medicine, but the medicine make you worse. Why the medicine got 35 side effects? I'm just trying to fix a headache. They say, hey man, this medicine fix your headache. Oh, cool. But yeah, you'll get blood clots, your blood gonna thin, you might get diarrhea, you might get some heart issues, but your headache gonna stop though. They don't even have to make the medicine do that, but they do it just because. Why? Their mind isn't on, hey, let's take care of the world and fix it. Their mind is, let's continue to oppress God's people, because if we ever get out of the situation and come back, who gonna be ruling? Who gonna be ruling? We are. What's that? Revelation said they're to have rule over the nations. We gonna have power over the nations. You think they want to see black men walk around ruling the nation?
Revelation 22.
The women, you sis, you make the kingdom. God said the women be built like palaces. Your feet won't even touch the ground if you keep the commandments. Read.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation.
You get what?
To him will I give power over the nation.
You want power over the nation, sis? You don't? Why not? Why don't you want power over the nations under the one true God? Think about it. The man that made the universe said, if you keep my commandments, you'll have power over the nations. You don't want that? Because that's heaven. The power over the nations is heaven. You want heaven, right? You have to be okay with that. What's that? Is it Sirach that says the salvation of the righteous, but the death of the wicked? How it go? Look it up for me. I can't shoot from the hip. But you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with God killing the wicked. You have to be okay with God getting rid of all the evil and the people that you may think is your friends. But you yourself have to be keeping the commandments. You have a part to hold. It's never too late. There's people in the congregation that's your age, they keep the commandments, they take the time to learn, they take the time to what? Fix themselves. But it has to be a what's the word? You have to do what you do it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can make you do it. You got it? Read Wisdom of Solomon 18 and 7. You have to be okay with that. If you can't get past that roadblock, it's gonna be very hard for you to even want to keep the commandment. Read.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 7.
Yep.
So of thy people was accepted.
He said who?
So of thy people was accepted.
You want to be on the God's side, right?
Right.
Nobody want to die, especially for wickedness. As you learn and change, it becomes our job to make sure our people understand that what we gotta fix this thing. We have to undo the witchcraft that they put on our mind and the evil that they've done to us to fix our people to be the righteous people they need to be. Read.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
So all these things are not after what? Christ. So this is fake. The religion they had earlier, fake. The church is fake. America, all these Christmas, birthdays, Thanksgiving, fake. All it's a fake. And it's vain. Lies to destroy you. Right? So, we run out of time, but I'm going to give you one commandment and we're going to make it easy, right? I'm going to give you one simple commandment. Easiest one I could give you. Read 1 John 5 and 3 first. Easy commandment. Because repentance is a process. We're not expecting you to leave here and you be like, you know what? I got everything down pat. I know everything. Yep. I'm perfect. I got everything down. We're not expecting that to happen. What you about reading?
1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
What?
That we keep his commandments.
So to show God you love him, you have to keep the commandments. Otherwise, you hate him. Because you can't have both. You can't be like, yeah, God, I love you, but I don't want to do nothing you say.
Right.
That's stupid. You can't do that with your kids. Kids be like, hey, mama, I love you. But if you tell me to do something, shut up. I'm not going to listen to you. That makes sense? That's how God see it when you were reading it.
And his commandments are not grievous.
Meaning they're not hard. You make it hard yourself if you don't want to be hard headed and buck up to it, but the commandments aren't hard to do. Yeah, Deuteronomy 22. Easy one. Easy commandment. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on the woman's garment.
It says men should not put on a woman's garment. What's a woman's garment? No, what's a woman's clothes? What are women's clothes? Something that women wear. What is something that women only wear? Dresses. Say the last one. You said ants. Oh, bras, underwear, stuff like that. Yeah. But pants, right? You said pants. Pants was never meant for women. When God made pants, he only made it for the men. But what? When you follow these people, the lies and the deceit and the philosophies of men, you start thinking, man, women can wear pants. But God said is what? Read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on the woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination.
God said everything, if you do this, you are an abomination to him. You know what an abomination is? Abomination is the most vile thing you can think of. God said, if I see a man in a dress, it's an abomination. I hate that. I hate him. If God see women in pants, he said, that's an abomination. I hate that. I'm going to kill him. So, what are men's garments then? Because it says women shouldn't wear that would pertain to men. Pants. It's very simple, right? It's not a hard law to do because everything is spiritual. God has everything for a reason, right? The nations, you know how your parents would tell us, hey, don't follow bad examples? Don't dress like how they dress, don't do what they do. That's what this is. When women wear pants and men wear dresses, they follow after bad examples. And these bad examples, these people promote sin and evil towards God. They never did nothing that was right for nothing. They never did nothing that was right for God or towards God. All they do is kill, steal, pillage, and murder. That's all they do. So it's only right to listen to God when God say what?
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So women shouldn't wear pants, but God said, hey, don't wear pants. Because you ever seen a princess or queen wear pants? God said that y'all are princesses.
Right.
So why would a princess wear pants? You ever seen in the movies how the parent reacts when they see their daughter wearing pants? They're like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, it is pants. No, it's not just pants. You a queen. You a princess.
Right.
Take those rags off. That's not for you.
Yes, right.
When you see the men in dresses, how they treat their sons. What are you? Are you a fairy now? They put them through the ringer. You're supposed to lead the country. You're supposed to lead the world. You're supposed to be the king. But you want to play dress up. God said you don't got no time to play dress up. Because what God gonna do? This last question. What God, get Zephaniah. What God gonna do to those people that wear what they're not supposed to wear? Punish them. That's the right word. What type of punishment though? Like a slap on the wrist? Give them time out? Take a guess. He said, I don't know. Zephaniah 1:8. Zephaniah. There's a judgment for everything. It's not just a gray area. There ain't no gray area. When God give you commandments, if you don't take those commandments, there's a judgment for not doing those. Read.
Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
So when Christ come back, the Lord's sacrifice, when Christ come back, he killing people. There ain't gonna be no oh, give me a hug, Jesus. Oh, I missed you. Let's go walk through the tulips. No, Christ coming back with a sword, a fleet of chariots, and killing people. Because you had all the time to get right. So how you gonna spend all this time not listening? He'll come and give you hugs. No, he come to set everything straight. Read.
That I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
What?
With strange apparel.
God said if you cross-dressing not where you're supposed to wear it, you wearing strange apparel. He gonna kill you. Because he know your alliances. He know who you follow. He know who your role models are. But how you dress? Because if you want to be a doctor, right? Doctors wear certain clothes, right? You want to be a police officer, right? Police officers wear certain clothes. Everybody got their uniform. The wicked have their uniform. The sinful have their uniform. The wicked say women can wear pants, men can wear dresses. So if God see you wearing pants or a man wearing a dress, he say, I know who you follow. Just like if your kids came home hanging around the wrong group of friends that smell like weed and your son pants sag, you'd be like, you've been around them boys again, ain't it? The wrong crowd. The same thing God right here doing. Hey, I know what I told you to leave, not to wear that, so why you wearing that now? Oh, you hanging around them heathen. All right, got it. I got something for you. I'm gonna kill you. That's a very simple way to avoid death. That one step can lead to everything else. It'll take one step. So whenever you get a chance to do those things and make that change, make that change. Don't just leave here and not make no effort. You understand?
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.